What's up? How's it going? Welcome back. And today's topic is going to be water changes. When it comes to water changes, this is one of the only times where you kind of get personal with your fish. You're replacing their dirty water with clean water, therefore making their living environment better, safer, and healthier for your fish to be in. Water changing can actually take a lot of effort if you have a lot of tanks or big tanks, especially if you're using things like buckets, milk jugs. At my prime, I had about 6 or 7 tanks in the garage, and water changing them was a big task. And water changing each of those tanks took a long time. Some of them were planted, some of them were bare bottom, some of them had hardscape, some of them had sensitive fish, some of them had hardy fish, some of them had microfish, big fish, things like that. I was trying to figure out a way to water change and make it a lot easier on me. Most of my fish were tropical during the time. They all ranged around the temperature of 79 to 82 degrees. But when I was water changing back then, I was more or less relying on time because I used a garden hose back then. And my garden hose only put out cold water. So I needed to put in the water extremely slow for it to not alter the temperature too much. Today we're going to go to Home Depot. We're going to check out some parts, hopefully pick up some parts, and build us a water filler. Because I guess a water changer would be like a python, but in my case it'll only be a water filler. For the hose, I'm thinking of using a garden hose. Joey, the King of DIY, I actually researched a lot of his videos. And I remember in particular one of his videos, he made a DIY water changer, I think with the waterbed filler adapter or something from Amazon. And for his hose, he used a garden hose. I believe that's going to work well with us because currently I'm using a garden hose anyways. So I can just buy a dedicated garden hose for the specific system. Maybe one that has like a little roll up so I can put it away. But yeah, we're going to go and try and get a garden hose today. Hopefully build a sink adapter and build something like a PVC hook where I can hook it onto the tank, and I can use it for taking water out and putting water in. Most of my tanks are bare bottom anyways, except for the garage tank where there's just a little bit of sand, but some siphoning would clear it up. So nevertheless, let's continue on with this video. The next shot is probably going to be us at Home Depot. I got 2 50-feet hoses and this little adapter thing. So now it's time to go home, try this out, and hopefully it works. We have to go back. Alright, so we got what we needed. I actually bought the complete opposite of what I bought previously. I had a male to female adapter, now I have a female to male adapter. So that's going to work for sure. Also picked up one of these clamps. I'll explain what the clamp is for later. But let's go back home and put this shit together. Alright, this is what you're going to want to do. What you're going to want to do is take this whole nozzle off. The one I initially bought was this. See how it doesn't fit because it's a male? But then I took this out too, this white piece, and it's just a bigger thread on the inside, so that didn't work. So what I ended up buying was the same exact thing, but it was flipped. It's opposite. So now it's male or female to male or whatever. So screw this on. All you need is this adapter, connect the hose, and fill. That's it. And it should work. Starting off this siphon was kind of hard. I needed to use the power head right here. I basically just held the hose to the power head and the force just kind of shoved the water through. But basically this eliminates buckets. This is you're basically just having the water all drain out to here. And since it's a long hose, you can, I don't know, fucking water plants or something, I don't know. So yeah, right now it's working good. As you can see, water is draining out into the yard. This is just a drain test. This wasn't the main purpose of this project. The main project is to fill, right? So we'll come back when this tank is finish draining, and we'll work on the fill test. So here's the 40. If you remember back then, I had a planted tank with angelfish in it. Recently shut it down, took everything out, and I might use it for grow outs in the future. But in the meantime, it just sits empty. I'm actually using the hose project to actually drain it right now, and yeah, it actually works pretty well because it also leads outside. This hose actually reaches all my tanks in the house and in the garage and the pond, but yeah, it's awesome because I don't have to use buckets anymore. I'm not gonna record filling up tanks and stuff, but I'm only gonna record filling up the giant gourami's tank. So we have everything set. We have the hose set, and it goes to the tank. I'll grab it. I have my safe, Seacam safe. Hose hooked up, goes all the way to the tank. I'm going to put water conditioner first. That should do. Pour it in. Right. Oh, never put this on top of your tank. And now we can adjust temperature. I think that should be good. So now it's going into the tank, bro. Kind of on the cold side. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, we're just gonna let that fill up and should be good. We didn't have to buy too many things, but this totally eliminated buckets. It didn't eliminate a hose, but it eliminated a bucket. All you need is a sink, a really long hose, and a handful of adapters, and you wouldn't have to carry buckets. So make sure that you wash this hose, because if this overfills in your house, you're pretty much screwed. Back then I was using a garden hose, and with a garden hose you can't really adjust the temperature. With the sink or a faucet, you're able to adjust the temperature to a certain extent, which is awesome. So yeah, this way you can fill your water up faster. You don't have to worry about temperature swings, and most importantly, you don't gotta worry about those buckets. I'm not trying to carry that around. So yeah, this project is done. I'm gonna just let the giant gourami's tank fill up with water, finish draining the 40, maybe shut it down, and I might even change the water from my Pyre's tank. I'm not 100% sure. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. We might have some more DIY projects, but like I said, it comes along the way. Try this out. It's a lot easier than buckets. All right, well, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.